All right, everybody, what's going on? Mitchell here with Bullmax Pro Shop. So today I'm going to show you how to lay out a bowling ball using the Storm VLS system. It takes pretty much just under 2 minutes to do it, as long as you have your PAP and what you want to do for a layout. Right here, I have a 900 Global Zen, one of the best pearl sims on the market. So essentially, we are going to take our Prosect here, and we're going to draw a line from the pin through the CG. So right through the middle of the CG here, right through the middle of the pin right here. This is going to be our first thing that we're going to do. Second thing that we're going to do here is I'm taking a Storm arc ruler here, and I'm going to put this needle right in the middle of the pin right there, and I'm going to mark down 6 3/4. Down here, what we're doing here is we're marking our mass bias. It doesn't have the mass bias because we are drilling a symmetrical bowling ball. So right here you'll have a pin, CG, our mass bias point 6 3/4 down. If you are laying out an asymmetrical bowling ball, you're going to draw a line through the pin through that mass bias point, and you don't have to do this. That is wherever your mass bias is, that's where you're going to do your second arc, and we'll get to that in a little bit here. Taking the Storm arc ruler here, you don't have to use this. You can use a Prosect, you can use really any type of ruler that you want. Just make sure you are drawing an arc type of form. So the layout that I'm going to do for this ball, I'm going to do a 4-inch pin to pap, and I'm going to do a 1 3/4 inch pin buffer. So this ball is going to have pretty good flare, and it's going to be very responsive off the back end. And I'm just gonna do a 4-inch PSA to pap, which is relatively strong. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start up here at the pin, and we're gonna do our 4-inch pin to pap. That's your first arc right there. You're gonna go down to your mass bias point now. Again, if you're on an asymmetrical bowling ball, you'll do it wherever that mass bias point's at. Since we're doing a symmetrical, I drew 6 3/4 down from the pin to here, and that's our mass bias reference point. We're gonna put the needle right there, and we're gonna do, again, 4-inch. I'm doing a 4-inch PSA to pap, and then we're gonna do our pin buffer. So we're gonna do 1 3/4. I'm gonna put that right here on the pin, and I'm gonna mark 1 3/4 right there. So right here you have your pin to pap. Right here your PSA to pap, mark right here, pin to pap right here, 1 2, and then we have our pin buffer right here. Essentially, the lower the pin buffer, the more responsive, stronger it is. Now in dual angle terms, for people that know dual angle quite well, pin to pap and PSA to pap is pretty much all similar. The pin buffer, a 1 3/4 inch pin buffer, that's going to translate roughly to about anywhere from a 30 to 35 degree val angle. All right. Next up, what you got to do is take your Prosect here, and we're going to draw a line that intersects through our pin to pap, PSA to pap arc, but is tangent with our pin buffer right up here. So right through, just like that. So this is pretty much our VAL angle right here. All right. So off of this intersection right here of pin to pap and PSA to pap, we're going to enter our PAP measurement. So for me, I'm 5 3/8 over, 7/8 up. You have to inverse that. So I'm going to go 7 8 down. 7/8 down, sorry. I usually do the Prosect with this one here. So I'll line it up right there, and I'm just going to mark 7/8 down. 7/8 down here. As I said, I'm 7/8 up, but you have to reverse it, so we're 7/8 down. And I'm 5 3/8 over. So I'll make sure my Prosect is lined up with this line right here. And I'm gonna make sure I'm on this mark right here that I just made. Make sure I'm centered here. Yep. We're gonna extend that over. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark 5 3/8 right there. So I made a little mark right here, 5 3/8. I'm gonna flip the ball over here, and I'm just gonna draw my center line now. Perfect. Pretty much from there, I'm gonna have something that looks just like that. So that's how you lay it out with the Storm VLS layout system, also called the vector layout system. That's what VLS stands for. I like it so far. I've been using it pretty recently, and I have seen really good ball motion out of it. I still, I love the dual angle system, and it has worked out for me for years, but I'm kind of switching over now. I'm trying out the VLS system. So yeah, pretty much a 4-inch pin to pap with a 1 3/4 inch pin buffer. So nice and strong, nice flare. This pearl Zen sole with that 4-inch pin to pap, it is going to help me kind of get through the fronts there a little bit. But this is going to be pretty much my stronger pearl sim in the bag, and then my weaker pearl sim layouts. I usually do a 4 3/4 inch pin to pap with a strong pin buffer or a strong val angle that I used to do. So yep, guys, that's how you do it. So any questions, leave them down below, and we'll see you in the next one.